This is our home repair for the rear shocks of a 97 Civic, and this is a response to all the people that say you have to remove and replace a lot more than you need to when you have bolts that seize on you. Apart from your standard stuff, we used a Sawzall and a 1/2-inch drill. Before you begin this operation, it's important to note to use jack stands instead of jacks because it's a lot more safe and reliable. Here's a glimpse of the finished product. You got your top mount, and then I'll go underneath and show you the bottom mounts. So here we had two bolt seize on us, the shock bolt and then this arm bolt, and once that's removed, this arm lowers and you can raise it again, which you need to do to put the shock on. And it's important to note when you're trying to remove these bolts that you need to remove the bolt itself and not try to remove the nut, because the nuts are all factory welded on. So we'll take a look at the inside and how that looks mounted. They're in these corners. You need to pull back this carpeting, and as you can see, there's the front bolt, the rear bolt, and the shock itself. We'll take a look at the old shocks. So here, as you start out, you try to remove the bolts, and these, they were seized and they broke on us. So then, what we needed to do was to remove the shock. We needed to cut one of the arms off because the back of the bolt right there broke off, and then since it's factory welded on, that couldn't be removed, so we had to cut that off, one on each shock, to get those removed. And then now, you've got this left in there. So how do you get rid of that? What you do is you need to drill it out, and these are hardened bolts, so you either want to use nice drill bits or go out and get new ones. Then you start from small to large, and you finish with the size that you need. And for this model, it's a 10-inch or 10 millimeter, bolt with the nut. We'll take a look at a shock that's about to be set in place. So here, just imagine that would be empty then. So you've got that hole empty, and then here's your arm hole. And once that, as you can see, once that's been removed, it drops down, what you need to do to put these shocks back on. And then the last thing to note is, well, how do you get that back up? You need to compress it a little bit to get it into place. And what we use then is a 2x4 with a fulcrum that you would put, there you go, that you would put underneath that arm joint, and then lever it up with the fulcrum and put it into place. And that's our repair for the rear shocks of a 97 Civic.